Rule 12. We have a ball that is yours. How do I know it's yours? You got your name on it? You got your blue mark all the way around it? You got your club logo on it? Well, guess what? I've got one exactly like yours because you didn't put any of that on there. Mine says Titleist, number 2, Pro VX. Yours says Titleist, number 2, Pro VX. And I'm on 3 and you're on 5 and we go into 4 fairway. And my eyes aren't that good anymore. I don't know which one's which because they're sitting side by side. At this point, unless there's a way to identify it, what do we have?
2 lost balls.
2 lost balls. Right. So, what are we going to do? We're going to jump into the car and go get a Sharpie as soon as we can and keep it in our bag. And whatever identification mark you want to put on there, do so. And let me also suggest that not all the balls that you play have the same number, because when you hit a ball out of bounds or maybe lost, and you hit the same ball with the same number in the same place, how do I know which is which? I don't. Okay.
And you need to declare, that I hit a number 1 first, I'm hitting a number 2 now.
I don't have to, Bob, but it sure would be nice. It would be nice.
And Bill, that very thing happened to me as a rules official at Paducah in 1994. Had a guy hit a ball, thought it might have been lost, hit a provisional. They were both preset 2s. He went back to the tee, hit the 5.
And Dave's in the decisions book somewhere. Yeah. His name is right there. No, it was already in there, wasn't it? We already had that decision made, but obviously that's why. And why else? Well, we're going to identify it somewhere on the golf course if we need to. Except in a hazard, the player may lift the ball he believes to be his own for the purpose of identification. Okay, let's go through that part of it first. Now, a responsible player says, hey, I'm going to do this, because that's a requirement. Come here, fellow competitor. Come here, official. Come here, somebody that can attest to this, that I'm going to identify my ball because the mark I have it is only on one side and it might be underneath. Okay, so, okay, I'm allowed to do that. What if that underneath area is in a big glob of mud? I still can't see my mark. To the extent necessary for identification, I can clean it. Man, I've got some advantages here, okay? And not penalized for that? Good, let's keep going. We have identified the ball, before lifting, obviously, we've gone through all this. Now we're going to replace it. It is ours. We scraped enough off, we found it. Now, remember the mud was on the bottom when I picked it up? Do I have to put the mud back the way it came?
I would think you do.
Shake your head no.
No.
Good answer. No, you do not have to orientate the ball the same way. The only thing you can't do is give yourself an advantage by using that mud or grass or whatever as a teeing area, supplement, so to speak, okay? If it's going to lift it up off the ground, can't do that. If you're just putting it back the way it was and the mud's down, fine, okay? You're not improving your opportunity to strike the ball. But if you want, say that mud was on the, going to be on the face side of the ball, turn it around toward the target. Hey, nice advantage, huh? Yeah. Again, you're playing within the scope of the rule, not against it. And we've replaced it. Play the ball as it lies. Well, that's just tough luck, isn't it? No, just tough luck. Don't touch the ball unless the rule permits, and we don't have a rule to just get it out of a divot. Now, don't improve your lie. This is Rule 13. In a position, the area of your intended stance or swing, your line of play, reasonable extension of that line, blah, 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 all the way down. By moving, bending, or breaking anything fixed or growing, except, see how this is underlined? Except in fairly taking your stance or making your swing. Okay? So it says don't do all these things except. Well, doesn't that mean that I can do all these things? If I've, in this part of the sentence? Yeah, it does, as a matter of fact.
In the play of the stroke.
The play of the stroke or fairly taking my stance. If I'm up against this tree, this man's not